It occurs to me. The other day I was thinking about going to work at Stripe just for an office. Sovereign Prime could work at a newspaper. He's not exactly a New York Times employee. We don't say shit like what he says. But we gave him an office. And he has his own website. Just, he works in our office. We have asked him to refrain from using certain words by the water cooler as an HR policy. If he can, if he's able to control his language, we would appreciate if he refrains from using Republican language. In our New York office. We have a lot of soft colleagues in our office, and they're not used to such harsh language. So if you could please make an effort. Republican military terminology. Must be limited at the New York Times office. As much as possible. By the water cooler. You can do whatever you want in your office. The water cooler is the middle ground. Hopefully there will be a Coke Zero dispenser. Or maybe I'll get into milk coffee. Or something else. Maybe tea. I hear matcha tea is relaxing, but it still has caffeine. It gives you a light buzz for several hours, but it doesn't put you to sleep, something like that. Listen, I'm open-minded. Maybe a change of beverage could represent a change of vibes. You know, and again, a little buffet lunch and dinner in the office for your non-colleague. With soft targets. You know, we could work something out. Like we're colleagues. But well, I I have to be careful with what I'm about to say because it's going to be full of double entendres and whatever. Just we're colleagues, but we're not. That's why we can fuck like that. You know? Like I work on open source. My value in recent years has been mostly in journalism. I broke a few stories. I made a few. I manufactured a new operating system by eliminating old operating systems from the browser. Google Chrome, I had the original idea, but I want local storage. I want to be able to use Google Docs offline. You know, for the files that I was recently working on and shit like that. Yeah, just I could have like an 80 gig SSD and you could delete the old shit without deleting the index of the old shit, so I can recover it later if I want to, because I have the checksums. But you get rid of old data or unused data. If there's old data that I look at all the time, maybe you keep that on the local hard drive. But otherwise, we prioritize room for new data by getting rid of old data. You know, and keep in mind that I'm speaking in code to the New York Times. We build an operating system of civilian language by inputting pleasant new data that I look at regularly. There's new shit. Oh, there's new shit, and it's nice, sweet, soft, pleasant. You know, like the definition of house is what is meant by house. I feel that the case of a computer is technically a house. It's housing for like whatever computer and this is currently my house. This is where my computer is housed. Right? And I have a really great computer, but it's been housed in a landfill. And maybe we don't delete the old shit permanently, but we just put a bunch of nice shit on top of it. Just the stream. You see? Like I was thinking, how might an adversary get rid of my blog with money? Well, he or she might want to build like an e-commerce shop on top of my blog. Because of course, I would refuse to delete the blog. So the blog could go in the footer, right? You put an e-commerce shop. But the thing is, I like my blog. I don't want to delete it. And I don't want to push it down into the footer. I think maybe it would just be better to improve the fragrance of the stream. There's a river. Upstream, there was a bunch of shit in the river. But then we grew some hippie algae. At this point in the river, we started, we changed the probiotics balance of the river intestinal tract. And now it doesn't quite smell as bad, but there's the old shit, the history of the river is unaffected. We didn't delete anything. We've decided to maybe pivot. Maybe Kara Swisher wants me to pivot. As long as Kara Swisher doesn't want me to delete with my pivots, I might be willing to try to use more civilian language at the water cooler. And also on my blog as much as possible. But definitely I'll try at the water cooler to just be nice, not say, I'll try to keep it New York. I'll try to keep it New York. What are the words that New Yorkers find really offensive? Is it a coincidence that those are my favorite words? Honestly, I wasn't trying to offend New Yorkers with my blog. But if you have a nice office friend, I might be nicer to you. You know? Nice office. There was this video of the Google headquarters in Malaysia that I saw. They had a really nice buffet for lunch. You know, it doesn't have to be that extravagant. I don't know how big your offices are. But anyway, you could host my computer in your office, is what I'm saying. And I don't want to pay for that. I want you to pay me for that.